Excuse me, Mr. Subaru. It's been 4 long years. Would you say you're glad to be back for Season 2? On second thought, I'm just gonna take a vacation. I read every synopsis, so you didn't have to. So here is every spring anime in 20 seconds or less. Just take a moment to guess what waifu this is. I haven't got around to watching this anime yet, but apparently the protagonist, Hachiman Hikagawa, is an apathetic, narcissistic loner. Basically, he's a total but his teacher forces him to join the volunteer service club in the hopes that it will change his personality. This is just a slice of life comedy romance. Why yes, I am most definitely excited for the return of what might be the greatest rom-com anime ever. I can't wait to watch Shinomiya and Shirogane continue their battle of wits, but more importantly, could this mean we might be getting Chica Dance Part 2? I know you're sitting there wondering, how can you get your unquenchable thirst for plot armor and overpowered anime characters satisfied this season? Well, let me tell you, look no further, because Kirito is back again to do more Kirito type of stuff. In all seriousness, I still haven't watched Part 1, so I'm definitely not watching Part 2. This has to be some sick joke, right? I mean, how the heck does an anime about cooking have 5 seasons? Seriously, somebody comment down below and explain to me how a fictional show about cooking food would be even slightly entertaining. Oh, I understand now. This one is for all you romance-loving women out there. Heck, who am I kidding? Most of us guys are watching this anime too. This anime is a romance surrounding Toru Honda as she stumbles upon a family who physically turns into Chinese zodiac animals. I wonder what happens if you isekai a librarian into a world that doesn't have very many books. Honestly, I don't know, because I didn't get around to watching season 1 of this anime, but I did hear it was supposed to be really good. Just when we thought they had run out of isekai ideas, Miss Protagonist gets isekai'd into her favorite otome game, which is basically a romance video game directed towards girls. The kicker is that Miss Protagonist is now the villain of the game, and the villain normally ends up dead or exiled by the end of it. I'm not sure how I feel about the animation, but this is a continuation of the classic sci-fi detective anime which has the same name. Since the previous season ended, Motoko and Bato have become mercenaries, but they must regroup with Section 9 in order to stop the new threat known as post-humans. Our protagonist is Juzo, a male cyborg who has a gun for a head, and that's something you'd only ever see in anime. But since the war has ended, Juzo spends his time investigating and resolving other cyborg-related incidents. Pause the video for a second and leave a superpower down below in the comments. I absolutely love reading these, so let's see what happens. So Bam and Rachel have lived their entire lives beneath a mysterious tower. One day Rachel enters the tower, leaving Bam behind. Shortly after, Bam enters the tower in search of Rachel, but is he really prepared for the challenges that await him? It's said that the power of God lays at the top of the tower. Here we got a vampire harem ecchi romance, and I mean, it has to be decent to get a season 4, right? Kojo becomes a legendary vampire, and Yukina is sent to monitor him and to eliminate him if he becomes a threat. I've never watched this, but it's giving me High School DxD vibes. All of a sudden, humans realize that demi-humans are a real thing. Our protagonist is a human who has suddenly transformed into a demi-human. She begins to investigate why and how she suddenly transformed. It's made by Studio Trigger, so you know it's almost guaranteed to end up in outer space. A college student lives a simple life while working at a convenience store. Who's going to mess up his daily routine, you might ask? Well, it's a mixture of his ex-girlfriend and a new girl who has a pet raven. I'm not sure why that detail's important, but it seems like it is. No, this can't be. Not a unique anime idea. This time our protagonist has the superpower to turn into a furry dog costume with an oversized revolver and a zipper down his back. After saving and sharing his secret with a beautiful girl, he finds himself being totally manipulated by her. Honestly, completely sold, I'll be watching this anime. A Tsukumogami is an object which has acquired its own soul. One day, Kazuya almost dies after being attacked, but his mother Tsukunogami, which just so happens to be a beautiful girl, saves his life. Basically, this is a supernatural action ecchi anime. This anime is about a guy who works as a vulgar manga artist. His daughter is completely unaware of his profession, and he will do everything within his power to keep it that way. Urine dwells in the occult and summons a demon to be her familiar. Even though she successfully summoned the demon Yashin, she has no idea how to send her back to hell. Let's just say the demon is not the brightest crayon in the box, and the summoner is not a very nice person. Check it out, we have a racing anime this season. The engineer Appare and the samurai Kosume enter into a race that begins in Los Angeles and ends in New York. This odd duo wants to win the prize money so they can get rich quick and make their way back home. Every season needs a generic isekai, so prepare yourself to be completely unimpressed. A businessman wakes up one day in another world within the body of a 6-year-old. He has the ability to use magic, but somehow it winds up harming his family. Congratulations, viewer, you are halfway through the video. I'm planning to make this type of video for every future anime season, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is still making episodes? Who knew? If you guys paid attention during history class, you would probably know that during the 16th century, women were not allowed to become painters. Arte loves painting, and she's willing to throw away her aristocratic lifestyle in pursuit of her dream. I know I'm gonna butcher this, but two slaves, Zen and Peo, begin training in order to become a great general. After being separated, Peo returns to Zen on the brink of death, asking him for help. This is when Zen's bloody journey toward becoming a great general began. This one is weird to explain, but here it is. A group of people find a floating island and decide to use it to travel around the world in search of the 7 great runes. But one of the group is consumed by darkness and disappears. Baseball pitcher Yomi Takada was unable to play her best in middle school due to her catcher not being able to keep up. She runs into her childhood friend, who just so happened to be a fantastic catcher. During a night out drinking, our heroine tells a man at the bar all of her problems and regrets. The next day, she is listening to the radio when she hears a recording of herself from the night before. She immediately storms into the radio station, only to be tricked into a Q&A live on the air. This is a comedy romance drama anime. This one is pretty straightforward. Kyosuke and Takuboku run a detective agency, and they set out to solve a mystery surrounding a ghost sighting. After being transferred to the Modern Crime Prevention Headquarters, Daisuke is partnered with Haru. Daisuke loves money and material things, while Haru could care less. These two opposites must work together in order to solve numerous mysteries. This may or may not be an isekai, not really sure. This time, our male protagonist wakes up completely unaware of where he is or how he got there. But no need to worry, because he is surrounded by plenty of cute girls who will help him unravel this mystery. Here we got the standard cute girls do cute things, but it looked like fishing is a main focus in this one. Just a slice of life comedy anime with cute girls. Slice of life typically isn't my thing, but I'm sure some of you will enjoy this anime. Only 10 more anime to talk about, so this is when I ask you to click the like button and maybe even share this video with a friend. There's not much of a synopsis for this one, just know it's another sports anime around baseball. Set in a world where music no longer exists, a boy meets a girl who for some reason has an audio input jack in her body. Look, I don't know, it's an anime about rock music. This anime is set 12 years after the Great Demon War. It is a mecha anime where the characters compete in a tournament, all the while fighting off a demon invasion. Ren is a lonely college student who struggles to communicate with other kids his age. Ren loves music, and one day while singing karaoke by himself, 2 other guys notice his great singing ability. Together, these 3 guys will start a band, even if Ren isn't willing to at first. Yay, more Gundam. I'm not entirely sure how this anime is going to work. It's based off a video game where the players act as a president while coordinating and training adventurers so they can go dungeon exploring. The animation style looks pretty good, so I bet this anime will either be a hidden gem or complete trash. Just another anime based on a trading card game. Wataru Ikusabe is suddenly transported into the realm of the gods, and he is supposed to become its savior. Along the way, he makes some friends and beats up some bad guys. This could be an interesting comedy for sure. This anime follows a cynical ghost who is named Tatami. Tatami is unemployed and has to deal with other spirits, all the while trying to afford rent. In this story, the Earth produces energy as it spins, and the aliens known as Dark Spinners come to claim that energy for themselves, but the secret defense unit, Earth Granner, is here to stop them. Were you able to guess what waifu this is? It's Akatsuki from Log Horizon. If you are still watching, I just want you to know that you are literally just the best. Only way you could get better would be by leaving a comment down below telling me what anime you are looking forward to. Or it would also be pretty chill if you watched one of these other videos I made, which should be on screen now. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope to see you next time.